So hello everyone, welcome back to our video classes. And today we are going to start with the second part of pollution and pollution of air and water. And I am Anik Ghosh with you, right? I think you have gone through the first video, right? I think you have understood it properly. If you have any doubt, what you have to do, I think you know the drill. You just have to write it on the forum, okay? And a teacher would get back to you. Now, the thing is, after we have completed the first part, the first lecture, in the second lecture I'm just going to revise everything for a moment. After that we would move on to the key points that you can see: ozone layer depletion, prevention of air pollution, water pollution, and different FAQs. Okay, now the first thing today we are going to start with is the revision of the previous class, which is the greenhouse effect. Okay, I think you remember what was the greenhouse effect. So there were some greenhouse gases. Do you remember? Can you tell me a name of a gas which is there in the greenhouse effect? Pause the video and try to tell me the name. CH4, CO2, CFC. What is the full form of CFC? Chlorofluorocarbon, right? The full form is chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, so these are the greenhouse gases, right? What are they doing? They are increasing the temperature of the earth. How? Remember, there was the earth, and over this thing there was a layer of greenhouse. Okay, and this greenhouse gases, so what are they doing? They are preventing this light which is coming from the sun to go out of from our atmosphere, right? So this is what's happening over here. Now what you have to understand is, for this reason, what is happening? The temperature of the earth is getting increased. Clear? Now, so after that, after this greenhouse effect, what you need to learn is ozone layer depletion. So what is this ozone layer depletion? Okay, so I think you know that we have a layer of ozone. Okay, do you know where is it? Do you have any idea where is this ozone layer? Tell me. In stratosphere, right? In stratosphere, at the top of the stratosphere we have this ozone layer, right? Can you tell me what is the formula of ozone? Tell me, what is the formula of ozone? It is O3, right? Isn't it? Very good. Now the ozone, this is the ozone, and there is a layer of ozone over our head in the stratosphere. Okay, now what is this ozone layer doing actually? So this ozone layer is preventing, I think you know, the sun is giving us the light, and that light is consisting of so many radiations. There are UV radiations, there are IR radiations, there are different types of radiation. Those are not good for our health. Okay, now what is happening is, those radiations, so let's draw a sun like this, and the rays those are coming, we call it UV ray. Do you know the full form of UV? It is ultraviolet. Okay, ultraviolet ray, UV ray, IR ray, which is called the infrared ray. Okay, now these type of rays are just falling. Okay, now this layer of ozone in the middle, in the atmosphere, is preventing those UV and IR rays to come to the Earth's surface. So what is the thing which is happening is, like, these UV and these IR rays are actually very much harmful for our health. Okay, if any of these rays fall onto our skin, what would happen? Do you know? We would have skin cancer. We would have skin cancer. Wait for a moment. So we would have the skin cancer, and I think you know that this is very much harmful for us. So this ozone layer is helping us, so that this is, you know, preventing the ozone rays to fall to the Earth's surface. Okay. Now this is just UV rays. The UV rays to fall to the Earth's surface. Now the thing is, these UV rays are being, they are getting shielded by this ozone layer. As a result, what is happening? So this is not falling to us into the Earth's surface. Now, due to the formations of different types of gases like CO2, like CFC, like the other gases like SO2, NO2. So these are the very harmful gases present in the air, right? These are the reason behind the pollution. So among them, the most important gas is CFC. Important in the sense which is harming the ozone layer in such a way that this CFC is reacting with this ozone and it is breaking this ozone. Okay. So for that reason, what's happening is this ozone layer is getting depleted and there is a hole which is getting formed in the ozone layer. Okay. And I think you can understand what can be the consequence of that. As a result, what is happening is the sun rays are falling to our earth with the UV and the IR, those type of harmful rays are also falling there. As a result, we are prone to have a skin cancer. So this is another product of this pollution in air. Okay. But the good news is right now this ozone layer, like there was a uh, pact in between the different types of in between the different countries, which is known as Kyoto Pact. Okay, KYTO. This pact, this is mainly because of this greenhouse effect and this ozone layer depletion. Together, this Kyoto Pact, because of this Kyoto Pact, everyone is stopping to use CFC. For that reason, what is happening? The ozone layer is getting, it is remaking and it is getting rebuilt. Okay. So this is a very important thing. So I'm just going to show you a video on that in this so that you can get a good idea about this ozone layer. Okay. Let's see this. Now, I think you know from where this CFC comes out. We have read about it. This comes out from our in-house pollutants, right? In in-house pollutants, we have read about this CFC. So in in-house pollutants, there are so many pollutants, but among them, CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, is the one who comes out from the air conditions, from the refrigerators, from these type of things, right? But right now we have stopped using CFC as in the ACs and in the fridge and the washing machines. Okay. Now we are just going to see a video and there's ozone layer deflation so that we can get a good understanding. For a moment. So we were having some problems and now it's resolved. So this is your video, right? Straight for a moment. So I'm just going to share my screen with you again. Okay. Now I think you can see everything. Fine. Okay. Now let's start this. Enjoy this video. This is ozone, right? 3 oxygen atoms. This is your CFC, right? The red one. Yeah. So that was, I think that is enough for you to understand what was happening there. So they were saying, just like that we have just discussed about ozone layer depletion. So the thing is, there was ozone molecules. Ozone molecules are having 3 atoms of oxygens, right? Normally oxygen has 2 atoms of oxygens. Now ozone has 3 atoms of oxygen. I'm talking about ozone molecule, right? Now after that, we had a video where we have seen the same things, like how CFC is coming and CFC is destroying the ozone. But right now, due to the Kyoto protocol, right now we can say that because of this Kyoto protocol, there was like it is done for both the greenhouse effect and the ozone layer depletion as well. Right now, the ozone layer is getting better and better. Okay, so this was all about it. Now let's just move on to the next part. Okay, so let's just consult with one PPT over here. For a moment. Yeah. So I think it is visible to you. Yes. So the thing is, as you can see, just today we were discussing about air pollutions, and these were the main idea of today's class, like how the pollution of air is being done. We have read about it right in the first lecture, but today we are just going to discuss about how to prevent the air pollution, isn't it? So after the ozone layer depletion, I think you have understood the greenhouse effect, ozone layer depletion, global warming, all of these things are the main, the consequences of this air pollutions. Now we have to understand what can we do to prevent air pollution. After that, we would watch entire video on air pollution as well. Okay, now sounds like fun, right? So here you can see that how can we prevent air pollution over here. So encourage use of CNG. So what is CNG? I think you know about CNG. I think you have heard about it. CNG is compressed natural gas, right? CNG is compressed natural gas, right? So can you tell me what is the major constituent of CNG? So the major constituent of CNG is methane. We call this thing methane, right? CNG, right? Now, this CNG, if a CNG is being burned, we call CNG as a clean fuel. We call it clean fuel. Do you know why? I don't want to make this class difficult for you, but what you can do is I am going to show you a reaction. Okay. From there, I think you would be able to understand why do we call CNG a clean fuel. Just look at the reaction. You don't have to remember this. You don't have to, memorize them. Don't have to do anything. I am just showing you just so that you can understand the topic better. So this is methane, CH4. We call it methane, right? This is the major constituent of CNG. Okay, compressed natural gas. Okay, now if this methane is burned, burning means reacting with oxygen. Okay, you'll learn about it, I think, late in class 9. Okay, so burning means oxygen reacting with oxygen. So CH4 plus the when it is getting reacted with oxygen, so we would get carbon dioxide dioxide and water. Okay, as a result, we would get carbon dioxide and water, as you can see over here. Now, think about it. What are the pollutants those are coming out from here? Only carbon dioxide. No more pollutants coming out of here. If you just consider the other fuels, you get, what are the things that you would get? I think we have learned it in the last class. SPM, suspended particle materials or matters, right? Apart from that, we would also get VOC, volatile organic compound. Remember, all of these things were discussed in the first class, right? SPM, VOCs. So these are the things. Apart from that, the fly ashes, right? The ashes. And there are so many different things. Unburned carbon, there would be so many different things that can come out of a burning process. Carbon monoxide can come out, sulfur dioxide can come out, right? Carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. So there are so many things that can come out from a chimney, from a combustion. Okay, now you can see over here what is happening. Only CO2 is coming out. So for that reason, it is polluting the atmosphere less. So for that reason, we call it a clean fuel. Okay, so if you just increase the usage of CNG instead of LPG, what is the full form of LPG? Tell me, what is the full form of LPG? LPG is the gas you use in the kitchen. Liquid petroleum gas? No, not liquid petroleum gas. Everyone says that this is liquid petroleum gas, but this is wrong. This is liquefied. This is liquefied petroleum gas. Okay, not liquid petroleum gas, liquefied petroleum gas. Okay, now if you just go on and you just watch this video to understand the other processes through which you can prevent the pollution of air. Okay, watch this video carefully. This video is very much informative, going to be very much informative to you. And after this video, I'm going to tell you about the other processes through which you can understand how you can prevent the air pollution. Okay, fine. We have read this, right? I think you know about global warming, right? I think you know about global warming. Due to the presence of these greenhouse gases, the temperature of the earth is increasing. Okay, so we call it global warming. Okay, as the temperature is increasing day by day, so we call it, our earth is getting warmer day by day. For that reason, we call it global warming, right? So I think you know that if you just keep on increasing the forests, so what would happen? For trees takes up carbon dioxide and it leaves oxygen. So the amount of oxygen in the air would keep on getting increased. And if the amount of oxygen is getting increased, the air is getting purified. So we need to understand that we need to keep on planting trees. Okay, this is the first remedy. This is very important, right? So here there is another important thing. So you need to understand that most of the air pollutants are coming out from the vehicles only, right? So we can do two things. Either we can start carpooling, or you can do one more thing. You can use electric cars. Tell me, do you know about any of the companies that uses this electric cars? Let me see whether I've written it here or not. No, public transport. So this is the thing you can do, is you can use public transports, but what I am asking is, do you know the name of the company which is using electric cars? Tesla, right? Elon Musk. So right now, so I am recording this video today, and only today, Elon Musk has been announced that he's the richest person in the world. I don't know when you would be watching this video. I don't know what would be happening that day, but right now, today only, I got the news that Elon Musk is right now the richest person in the world. So I think you have heard about Tesla. So Tesla is a company which, they mainly deal with the like the spaceships and the like airplanes and those type of things. So actually here that company also also have a manufacturing department that gives out cars. Those are fueled by the electricity only. Okay, so we should use electricity generated car, or we should start carpooling, or we should use the public transport. There are so many ways through which you can stop polluting our air, right? Now let's see the video again. Right. Exactly. So that is the thing. Remember indoor air pollutants. Right now they are talking about the indoor air pollutants only, right? We have already discussed about this. Also, it helps you to save your money, right? That is the most important thing. So you can use any type of renewable sources of energies. Okay. So I think you have heard that they are using, they just told you that use of natural gas, propane. So these are called hydrocarbons. Okay, I'm going to tell you. I have written all of those things. You can see over here, use of CNG instead of LPG and other hydrocarbons. So what is hydrocarbon? You can see in LPG. I'm just telling you for your informations only. Okay. So in LPG, there are three types of hydrocarbon. Majorly, there are three types of hydrocarbon present in LPG. One is named as ethane. Another one is propane. And the major constituent of LPG is butane. Okay. Butane has a formula C4H12. Sorry. C4H10. Okay. C4H10. So this is the formula of butane, right? So these are the things. So you can see that ethane, propane, butane, methane, everyone is made up of. Every one of them are made up of what? Carbons and hydrogens only. So for that reason, we call it hydrocarbons. Got it? So these are very good fuels. All the hydrocarbons are very good fuels because they are very good in combustion. Okay. So you have to stop, using them, because they are the reason from which SO2, NO2, those type of things are coming out. Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, this type of gases are coming out. You need to stop using them. Fine. Now focus on this. You need to use energy efficient bulbs as well. Yes, exactly. Exactly. We need to keep on saving our energies, right? So turn off the light when you are going out of the room. So yes, so we need to think about, switching off your light when you are going out of the room, because let me tell you what happens. This light is generated from different types of fossil fuels. I think you know about fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are the fuels those are made up of different types. Like think about coal, think about petroleum. They are made up of fossils only, right? From the fossils we get this type of materials, right? Because the bodies those are degraded inside the earth, and those are there inside the earth for thousands of the years. They are making the coal and the petroleum, those type of things, right? So we call it fossil fuels. So they are the reason why, they are the main things which we need to generate the electricity. So if you just turn off your light and everything when you are going out of the room, then it would help to save these fossil fuels, because they are the one. If you just we are generating the energy after burning them only. So from there also there we are emitting so much amount of different types of polluting gases. So we need to understand that as well. We need to turn off our switchboards, light and the electricity, everything, if you are going out of the room. So you can see I have just written down every important thing that we need to know to prevent the air pollution. So increasing the usage of solar energy and other renewable sources, right? Like geothermal energy, right? Like water, like hydraulic energy, right? Different types of wind energy, right? So these are the type of energy that we need to use instead of this um, fossil fuels and these type of things, because they are polluting. But if you use solar energy, if you use different type of renewable energies, they are not polluting the atmosphere, right? Environment, right? So for that reason we need to use renewable sources of energies. Okay, they might cost you at the beginning, because that these type of things like the solar energy, the solar shells are very much costlier, but it would help you to save much more money in the long run. Okay, think about it. It would cost you much when you are buying it, but it would save your electricity bill. So think about it. If you are just keeping the solar cell for 2 to 3 years, it would be very much helpful to you. Think about it. Like in my where I live, I have to give there about 2,000 rupees to 3,000 rupees for 1 month. Okay, this is only domestic purposes. 3,000 rupees per month, and the electricity suppliers. Think about it. When you are, I'm just adding them up. I'm just adding the electricity bill up. I can buy a solar cell with that. Okay, so this is the thing we need to think. Okay, now the next thing is proper waste management. This is one of the things which is not there in the video, but I thought that this is very much important for you to know, because let me tell you, there are different types of dustbins. Okay, if you are not managing the dustbins in such a way, like there are so many wastage, those are there in the outside. If you're just burning all of them, in the first video we have heard that, we have learned that if you're just burning all of the waste materials, then what would happen? It would create an immense amount of pollution, right? So we should understand what are the waste materials, those can be recycled. Plastics can be recycled. Okay, we need to understand that. We need to make different dustbins, like you can see on in this photo over here. So there are different types of dustbins. Green means these are the waste materials, those can be reused. Okay, so different types of things. Wet waste materials can be put into different types of different dustbins. When the dustbin is red in color, we need to understand that we can fill the landfill waste materials there. So these are the things that we need to understand. If you just segregate those waste material in the beginning, you remember the video, like the girl, she was saying that the everything is being burned because of we are not the one who is saving or with segregating the materials, right? So for that reason, we need to understand that we need to segregate the waste materials from the beginning. Okay, now moving on to the next part, decreasing the usage of personal vehicle. We have discussed about it, right? Public transport. So we need to stop using personal vehicles and we need to switch to the public transport, right? And say no to the crackers. This thing I have added this thing as well. So you need to understand this. Like in Diwalis, we just use so many crackers. And I think I don't have to tell you that how much pollution does it make, because if you just stand in front of a crackers or something like that, you would be able to feel that you are suffocating, right? You are suffocating. You'd be able to feel that, right? So this is what we need to understand, isn't it? Okay. So now, the thing is, this was all about the way how we should control the. So now we would continue with the next portion. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen again with you. Okay. So this was the last thing we were discussing, like the how we can prevent the air pollution. So now in the next part, we are going to discuss about the water pollution. So before starting the water pollution, I just want to ask you, like, what do you understand by the word water pollution? So I think after discussing about this air pollution, I think we know that, like, the most important thing that is needed for us to live is air, right? I have already told you in the first class, like how air pollution, air is important to us, right? So the first most important thing is air, right? So after this air pollution, what is the second most important thing that we need to live? So that is water only. Okay, if you drink contaminated water, you would be falling sick. Okay, so I think you have heard that there are different types of this is not in the syllabus, but I think you have heard different types of diseases due to the water pollution, like the fluorosis, right? So these are the different types of diseases that are there, like diarrhea. So that can make you really sick. So for that reason, we shouldn't be drinking polluted waters, right? So we need to understand that, and to understand how this water pollution is happening, you have to watch another video. Okay, isn't the videos fun, right? Whenever I watch this video, it is so much concept clearing. Okay, so for that reason, we are using this video to teach you. So as you know that together the video and the audio together is making you, this is a technique called Pomodoro technique by the Japanese. So what are they saying? They are telling us that there are so many versions of this technique. So on this part they are telling us that if you can visualize a particular thing that you are practicing, then it would be better for you to understand, isn't it? So that is the thing. Now we are going to start this part of water pollution with a video. But yes, again, today, according to the DMC, today we are just going to read about the water pollution. What is water pollution? What the definition of water pollution? But what are the reasons behind it? And what are the consequences of this water pollution? What are the prevention methods of this water pollution? We are going to watch in the next video. So in this video, we are just going to introduce the water pollution to you. Okay, unless until now, I think you have understood everything. Fine. Okay, so now after this section, we are just going to start discussing on frequently asked questions. Okay, now let's see this video. Okay. Okay, there's another problem, so I'm just fixing it. In the meantime, I think you all know about it. Like, if someone asks you, so there's just a little bit of questions in the middle. So if someone asks you, what was the adverse effect in India of this air pollution? So I think you know about the things those were happening in Delhi, right? You know that Delhi was, feeling sick, because falling sick, because with more and more passing days, what was happening in Delhi? So the air was getting polluted, right? Every day. So, and the like this was a very serious issues, and I think I don't remember properly, but I think Delhi was about to be the most polluted city in the world. Okay, so those are the things, those are you need to know. Okay, so not right now, like this situation there is under control, but I think, if you just search in the internet what is the air quality index in Delhi, you'd be able to understand, okay, about the pollution, about the level of pollution in there. Now for that reason, it was in the middle, like it was like there was a time when we used to talk that Delhi is not safe for breathing. I don't know when you would be watching this video, but let me tell you, there was a time when everyone was in Delhi was talking about buying his own respiratory things. Like let me tell you, like what are this? So mainly the carbogen cylinder. So they were thinking about buying their own carbogen cylinders, okay, so that they can breathe through them. Okay, so these are very serious issues. You need to know these things. And right now they are under control and they have recovered so much. Okay, now we are just going to discuss about the water pollution. Okay, so now let's see the video. Okay. Okay, let's see it. So I think that like I don't need to tell you what are the importance of water, but apart from the things, like I think we drink water and that is a very important thing. Like the 75% of our body is made up of water. But apart from that, I think like the plant, the things we take as food, okay, like the vegetables. So I think that all the plants are generating their foods from this water only, from the water, from the minerals, from this carbon dioxide which is there in the air. So all these things are helping them to make the food. So we need to understand that what the importance of water is not only limited in drinking them. Okay, we eat our food; those are made up of that water only. Okay, so this is the thing that they are going to tell you. So you can see in this picture the three partitions are there, and all these partitions, they are trying to tell you how we are related to water. So first, these two boys are drinking this water directly, okay, when because they are thirsty, because they are playing the football. And after that, you can see the deer there, she it is also drinking the water. So this different types of animals drinks the water directly. Apart from that, you can see in the third section there's a plant growing because with by taking the water from the earth crust. So all these things are related to water, right? Exactly. You can see the whole earth is blue in color because of this water only. So I think you know about it. If you didn't knew about it, that was a very interesting fact that they're trying to tell you. So Ganga is right now one of the most polluted, right now, one of the most polluted rivers in the world. In the world, just think about it. So we are the reason, right? It's there in India. We are the reason who is polluting the river, right? So we need to stop doing this, because I think you can understand what is the use, like what is the, if you just go to Haridwar and if you go to the Rishikesh, you'd be able to see the Ganga is so pure. So I have visited Rishikesh and Haridwar, both of them. So the river is so pure. It is blue in color. So you can directly drink that water. Okay, this is that much pure, that water. Okay, and it is blue in color. So, and when you go to, if you just go to somewhere like Kolkata or something like somewhere like that, you would be able to see the color is yellow. The color is black in there. Okay, so I think you can understand the amount of pollution we are creating. Okay, how much we are harming our nature, right? So do you remember acid rain? So acid rain, we read it in air pollution. Now you can see how this air pollution is related to water pollution. So all of them are connected, interconnected. Acid rain is giving you the air pollution is giving you the acid rain, and this acid rain is the reason behind water pollution. So we are polluting the air and it is polluting the water. So we are polluting both air and water by just using any one of the means, right? So you can understand. So there are chemicals that come out of different types of industries. Those are arsenic, lead, fluoride. So all of them has adverse effect in water pollution. So I think this was enough to make you understand what is the importance of water and what is called water pollution. So water pollution is when you are adding some adverse things in the water, those are harmful for us, that is called water pollution. Okay, so in the next class we are going to discuss about all these things, about how Ganga is getting polluted and what are the measures we are taking to make it clean. Okay, apart from that, what are the other diseases that can caused by this water pollution, and we are going to learn about eutrophication as well in the next video. So we need to understand that before going to the next video, I think you have already understood it, that in this video we have used our previous lectures so many times. So before going to the next video, I just want you to go through both of these videos once so that you can get a quick revision. Okay, so after that, go to the third video. Okay, so that you can get the proper continuation. In the next video as well, I would be starting via making the overall revision of both these videos, and after that I will be starting the class. Okay, so thank you for being with me, and please keep on doing your homeworks and send your problems and doubts in our session, in our portal. Okay, thank you, and I think I'm going to see you in my next video. Thank you, everyone. Keep learning with Ask IITians.